Right now at 6, educators in another Clark County school district consider a strike.
We just want what is right.
As staff in a different district decide on a new deal.
We want to get what we've earned.
Then, local teachers join a legal fight against ICE after a dad was arrested dropping his child off at preschool.
I'm getting out!
Plus, major repairs will shut down one of Portland's bridges.
Well, it's going to certainly take more time coming to and from my appointments.
And later,
a local nonprofit is harvesting otherwise unused fruit to help feed people experiencing food insecurity. I'll have the details coming up.
we begin here at 6 with workers at another Clark County school district considering a strike. Thank you for joining us. I'm Christine Pitawanich. Right now, members of the Vancouver Association of Educational Support Professionals are voting on that decision. Let's go live to Alma McCarty outside Lakeshore Elementary. Alma, bring us up to speed.
Yeah, Christine, the meeting kicked off here around 4:45 this afternoon, and I'm told that ballot boxes are going to be open until 8:30 this evening, so all of the members in the union do have a chance to vote here. And this comes after Vancouver Public Schools and the union's bargaining team were unable to reach an agreement over this new contract. Now, we have seen over this afternoon a lot of members kind of coming and going from the school, again, gathering for the strike authorization vote. The current contract expired on August 31st. The union represents more than 800 classified staff, meaning paraeducators, secretaries, interpreters, and more. And they've been in negotiations, they say, since April. In a release last week, the union explained that while both sides have moved closer on some issues, the union's still advocating for more to attract and retain staff and provide a safe learning environment centered around students. Here's President Chipo Sowards.
Sticking points are salary above cost of living. We want to hire and retain staff who are skilled. It's much easier for the kids, and kids respond well and the most successful if they have staff who work with them well, and there's less turnover.
And the union wants additional training, they want increased staffing levels, and they want to reduce time between when folks are able to get their first salary increase. Right now, it's at 7 years. And the district says that they have offered a comprehensive package on all remaining issues to be bargained, and that there's a mediator now involved in negotiations. We're going to keep you updated, of course, on this story and what the vote turns out to be later on this evening. Christine, for now, back to you.
Yeah, so much back and forth as of late in Clark County. Thank you for your reporting, Alma. Let's bring in John Adams now, who's also in Vancouver, where staff in the Evergreen School District are voting to ratify a contract agreement. They've been on strike now for 2 weeks. So, John, what are you hearing at this point?
Yeah, Christine, some I spoke with today say they're excited to get back to work, while others weren't excited about what's in this tentative agreement. And I even spoke with one paraeducator who said due to the financial strain caused by this strike for them, a yes vote was the only possibility today. Classes in Washington's Evergreen School District were supposed to start on August 26th, but instead, certain school workers have spent the last few weeks on the picket lines.
We want to get back to school, but we want to get what we've earned.
Members of the PSE Large Group Classified Union, which represents paraeducators, bus drivers, maintenance workers, and others, have been asking for higher pay, staff stability, and improvements they say will help keep students safe. Earlier this morning, we spoke to a union member who is hopeful.
Relieved. Kind of upset that it took so long.
But as workers left Cascade Middle School after voting Thursday afternoon, one paraeducator shared with us the financial hardship this fight has caused them.
I'm a paycheck to paycheck kind of person, and it's been not good for me.
Kathy Holloway felt like she was left with no other choice but to vote yes.
Well, because I'm forced to have to pay my bills and my rent, I had to go accept it.
Neither the district or the union shared the details of this tentative agreement with us before the vote. One district parent telling us this entire situation has left her less confident in district leadership.
This strike has been more than a fight for dignity and respect by our staff. I feel like this strike has really showed a systemic problem with the leadership that we have in our district.
Well, back here at Cascade Middle School, voting for union members wrapped up just a few minutes ago at 6 p.m. The district should notify parents by 8 p.m. whether or not there will be school tomorrow, so answers coming soon. Christine.
Yeah, and we will monitor what comes next, as you said. John Adams reporting live in Vancouver. Thank you, John. Meantime, in Beaverton, a preschool teacher and staff member have joined a lawsuit against the Trump administration as part of an effort to keep immigration enforcement away from schools. Kyle Leboshi is here now with more on the lawsuit. Kyle, what can you tell us?
The lawsuit follows an incident in July when ICE agents detained a man dropping off his son at the school. You might remember this. It was Tuesday morning, July 15th. Dashcam video showed ICE agents confront a man in Beaverton, then break his car window. They arrested him as he dropped off his son at Guidepost Montessori Preschool. The incident sparked outrage among teachers who say it's exactly what they want to avoid. Yesterday, members of the Beaverton preschool community, along with two national teacher unions, joined a federal lawsuit against the Trump administration, seeking to protect schools along with churches and places of worship from immigration enforcement.
This is beyond just the immigrant communities. It's about everybody's safety, everybody's families.
For decades, immigration agents avoided sensitive locations. That changed under President Donald Trump. Attorneys argue the shift has left children and teachers living in fear. Some students are actually staying home, they say. The Department of Homeland Security insists arrests near schools are rare and require special approval.
Appreciate the update, Kyle. Thank you so much. Well, this evening, a wide-scale manhunt for the man who shot and killed conservative activist Charlie Kirk. The FBI released these photos today of the man they're calling a person of interest in the assassination. They believe he fired from a rooftop 200 yards away before escaping into a nearby neighborhood where he ditched a high-powered rifle that investigators recovered. Kirk, a 31-year-old Trump ally and co-founder of Turning Point USA, was speaking to a crowd at Utah Valley University when he was shot. The FBI is now offering a $100,000 reward for any information that leads to an arrest. And back here in Portland, we reached out to Randy Blazak, a sociologist and expert on political violence. He says the country is at a turning point where people can choose division and more violence or focus on common values to bring us back together to the center. He says part of the problem, social media, magnifying political extremes and making us feel more divided. After Charlie Kirk's assassination, he's now concerned about the possibility of retaliatory violence.
This sometimes is the sort of part two of these events. There was immediately yesterday calls for violence against people on the left, again, even before we knew the motive of the shooter. And that puts Portland, again, in sort of the crosshairs.
Blazak says he's especially worried Portland could be targeted because of its negative depiction by right-wing groups and individuals. And as we reflect on the impact of the recent political violence in our country, we also pause to remember September 11th, 2001, when acts of terrorism claimed thousands of innocent lives. This morning, Portland Fire and Rescue honored their memory with moments of silence at the exact time each tower fell. The ceremony that followed included a bagpiper, a fireboat tribute on the Willamette River, and speakers from Portland Fire and the Portland Firefighters Association, who say today is a reminder that we can come together.
9/11 is a good reminder of we can do that. We are one nation. We are uniquely bonded together.
The city of Vancouver also gathered today at City Hall to honor the victims of 9/11 with a solemn ceremony featuring local leaders, first responders, and community members. In your headlines, Portland police identified the 3 people who died in a double murder-suicide. Investigators believe 22-year-old Miguel Morgan shot and killed his mother, 46-year-old Maria Rubio, and his 10-year-old sister, before killing himself. It happened last Saturday at a home on Southeast 64th Avenue. Portland police say no further information will be released on this case. And a reminder, if you or someone you know is struggling, help is available 24/7. Just call or text the number on your screen. That is the National Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. That number is 988. And starting next month, Multnomah County will close the Broadway Bridge for 6 months to do some repairs. From October 13th to April 11th, crews will replace the deck surface on a portion of the bridge. The county says the deck was installed almost 20 years ago and is nearing the end of its life.
And in order to do work on this section of the bridge, they have to do it in small sections at a time because they have to actually keep the bridge balanced for ships to come through. They still have to have all of the mechanical machinery able to open to river traffic.
During the closure, the south sidewalk of the bridge will remain open for pedestrians and cyclists. The streetcar will also be rerouted. And a person in the Eugene area won an $8.1 million jackpot in the August 16th Mega Bucks drawing. The ticket was sold at Alvador Gas and Store in Lane County. The store gets an $81,000 bonus check for selling that winning ticket and plans to expand its business with the money. The owners told the Oregon Lottery that it's something they've never expected because nothing like this happens where they are. They say our community is so excited for us. Huge congrats to them and, of course, to the winner.